First of all, this was a last minute thing. There is anybody here that do not speak Portuguese at all? Not that I'm not going to start speaking Portuguese. It's not like that. I will explain to you guys. This was a last minute thing. The person that is supposed to talk today, unfortunately, she's sick. So like at 6 p.m., somebody called me and said, "Can you please fill it in?" I said, "I will try." So if I say something that it's kind of doesn't make sense in English, please correct me, help me with my English because my English is not that good, but I'm doing my best to try to bring to you guys a message today. I studied today.
You're great, don't worry.
Thank you. And hopefully, you guys, a message today. Marcelo, the online transmission, it's going here. Marcelo, the online transmission. Yes, perfect. Now we cannot hear here anymore. Thank you. So again, thank you very much. So let's talk a little bit. For those that do speak Portuguese, the subject that I'm talking today, I took it from this book. Unfortunately, we only have this book in Portuguese. We don't have this book in English, but it's a very interesting book that says that our emotions can heal us. This is the title of the book, if I translate. It says that our emotions can heal us. And it's a very interesting approach because while we are young, very, very young particularly, society, our parents, our environment, they teach us that few emotions is like wrong, or we should be ashamed of a few certain emotions, like for example anger, or when you're feeling inveja. Jealousy, no, but that is another word, envy. Yes, thank you. When we are feeling envy, or when we are feeling angry, or when we are in a bad mood, we should hide those kind of emotions. When we feel fear, and this book is going to bring to us an approach that no, this is wrong. Be ashamed of our emotions, it's wrong. Because when we understand our emotions, when we can embrace our emotions, those emotions can help us with a lot of things in our life. So the subject that I decided today is, yes, we are flawed. We have our imperfections. We have something bad about us, or something that is not that good. But that's fine, that's okay, because this only means that we are humans. If you show me one perfect human being, I'm going to show you that they are not human beings, okay? So that's the good thing about those books, about the approach of this book. So this chapter specifically that I'm going to talk with you guys today is that they're going to bring it to us that one of the things that we chase the most in life is happiness. For all our life, we say, oh, I need to be happy. I need to achieve something to be happy. We are always looking for something that is material, that has money value, not moral value or emotions value or feeling value. So we need to have a good job. We need to have a good education in universities. We need to have a good house. We need to have a good car. This is what society most of the time is teaching us. So we are always chasing happiness. So this book, because we are here in a Spiritist center, learning our spiritual involvement, this book specifically is made with a spirit together with a medium, and the spirit that work on this book specifically, her name is Emanci Dufault. And on this chapter that we're going to speak about, that we're going to talk a little bit today, she said that the idea that is a divine plan is when we are looking for happiness, but without looking for the matter things, for the money things. So the idea of happiness should be a divine plan, not a material plan. And also she's going to tell us that there does not exist for happiness magic formulas, or, immediateness. Yes, and instantaneousness. Those kind of things does not exist when we are searching for happiness. We need to, stand up. We need to work for it. But the best way to work for our happiness is with a divine plan. So let's talk just a little bit about this divine plan. Is something that God made for us? Is something that the spiritual world made for us? No, it's not. Because if you think about it, and God made a plan for us, means that we don't have a free will. We don't have any choice in our life. Means that we are like those dolls that somebody's just, moving us on the way that they want to. So the divine plan that they bring for us as a suggestion is a divine plan that needed to be in our heart. It's something that for us to be happy, we need to look in our heart, is our inner divine. This is the way that we can search for happiness. So one of the most mistakes that we can do is searching for happiness just with an idea. We really need to work for, particularly with our emotions and with our feelings. So on this chapter that on this book, they bring this question from the Spiritist book that says, what does the happiness of a good spiritist consist of? How the good spirits, those spirits that are very, very, very good, how they achieve our happiness, how they can be happy. And the answer is amazing, because they just says, in knowing all things, feeling neither hatred, jealousy, envy, ambition, nor any of the passions that make human beings miserable. So the only thing that the very good spirits, the ones that we say that are evolved, like let's say the guardian angels, they are only happy because they don't feel those kind of things that make us miserable. And even if they are in a situation that will bring them those kind of things, they can overcome those feelings, learning with them. Sure.
What do you think of any of the passions? Like, what makes it passionate?
Could be, but could be also the matter passions. Not something that make you passionate, like for example, music. Music makes me passionate. But for example, if you needed to have the new phone every year, because this is what makes you happy, every year you need to change your car. Every year you need to, every day, every month you need to have something new. Because, or you put your happiness in another person's hands. So those kind of passions, that's why they say any passions that make human beings miserable, that is all those feelings and all those matter things that we put our feelings on it. Like even though here, like this center, this is a building. If a hurricane comes here and take everything off, will my feeling be gone because the center is gone? No, because the center is just a place. What makes this a good place is wherever we are searching for the same things. So I don't know if it was clear. Okay. So continue with the gospel. Now we spoke a little bit about the Spiritist book, but if we go to the gospel looking for the same subject about happiness, in the Gospel, chapter 5, blessed are the afflicted, we're going to find there this phrase here. The burden is always in proportion to the strength, just as the recompense depends on the degree of resignation and courage. The more painful the affliction, the greater the recompense. It behoves, this is the word, guys, behoves. It behoves then to make ourselves worthy, and it is for this purpose that life presents itself so full of tribulations. So those are the reasons that we have things that happen to us that sometimes we keep asking, but why? Why with me? Why this happened to me? I am a good person. I do good things. So why something bad happens to me? Because we need those kind of things in our lives to evolve. I don't know if you guys ever think about that, but I don't know if you could see, but I am a person that I am very hyper. So my mind is hyper as well. And of course, I have anxiety. So I'm always thinking about things that sometimes it doesn't make any sense. Like yesterday, I was walking a dog and the grass was being cut. And I was thinking, it's so crazy to think about that the grass grows and we need to keep cutting. I mean, so this is the kind of things that I think about sometimes. And sometimes I keep thinking, and if everything was only good all the time for me in this planet, how can this be possible that everything for me is good all the time, nothing bad ever happens to me, but for my neighbor, everything is bad all the time? And for my cousin, if for my friend, or for somebody that I know, or for somebody that I work with, always something bad always happen. It doesn't make any sense. So we are in this planet and we are in this situation because we need to evolve. And the only way that we can evolve is if we learn to deal with all the afflictions that we have, with all the burden that we have. In few books of the Spiritist teachings, you guys is gonna find I'm gonna try to explain the phrase, but you guys is gonna find something that says something like that. It's not about what happened to you. It's about how you react with the things that happen to you. This is how you can feel more happy or less happy, how you can feel more fulfilled or less fulfilled. Because it's the way that you react or the way that you act with the bad things that happens to you and also with the good things. This is what is going to teach us the happiness and is what is going to lead us to happiness. So coming back to the book that I just showed you guys, the chapter 10 says acceptance of our fallibility. So we needed to accept our flaws. We needed to accept that we have good, we have bad, we have love, but we have hate, and we have light and we have dark. When we accept that, and we can embrace and work with the bad things, with the things that we feel ashamed or that we feel that is not right, that's how we're going to change the way that we see and also the way that we feel about our lives, about ourselves, and about the world, our community, and we can go and over and over. We can go about this. So starting with this chapter specifically about our flaws, Hermance Dufault, the spirit that work with Vanderlei de Oliveira, and Vanderlei Oliveira is the medium that work with this spirit on this book specifically, she is going to tell us that when we are being hard on ourselves in the mental field, we're going to start to feel sorrow, every time that we face a frustration. We're going to start to feel insecurity for not having control of a situation. We're going to start feeling fear of the events that we also cannot control. We're going to start feeling guilty for not being able to control the situation around us, or the worst, around those ones that we love. We're going to feel shame for not reaching our goals. So my cousin is a lawyer, is a doctor, is an engineer. How can I not be that person? So we start to feel shame because we are not reaching goals. Oh, my goal is when I'm 40, when I'm 50, when I'm 60, I'm gonna have that. And we go there and we don't have that. So we feel shame because we are being hard on ourselves. And also we're gonna start, when everything is going on, we're gonna feel aggravated because we have so much inner struggle in us. and we cannot pass through those feelings. So if we think about it, this happened to us every single day. For the most stupid things, you are on the traffic, you are driving, and the person in front of you just don't drive. The speed limit is 50 and the person is driving in 25. And that start, to giving you all those feelings. Because when we are writing down feelings, sometimes we don't realize that every one of those feelings happens in like seconds, all of them together. And when we put on paper and when we start to try to understand ourselves, we say, oh my gosh, how I allowed all those feelings to get inside of me every single time that something that I don't like happen. Okay, sorrow is a very strong word, but think about it. You are driving, the person just passed in front of you and you needed to put your foot on the brake suddenly. And you do like frustration. You will feel sorrow, but you don't realize that is that feeling because you think that you're just angry. Oh my gosh, I hate this person, why they did this, why they did that. It's not. It's all those feelings that is gonna trying to feel us. And we need to understand them and use them in our advantage. So, she is keep telling us that what we needed to do with us is acceptance. It's fundamental. We do an inner transformation in a good way with a friendly and peaceful relationship with us and with our feelings, so we can work with our limitations and deficiencies. If we learn this inner transformation, that we can friendly think about us, again, it's not about the other person. Okay, the person make you feel angry. They did something that you don't like at work, at your family, at your community. It doesn't matter. Okay, they have the responsibility because they are doing something, we don't know what. But who has the responsibility of how you will feel from that moment on? It's you. You are the only person that has this responsibility. We have this little saying, I don't know if it will work in English, but I'm going to try. In Portuguese, we say this all the time, that when we keep hating somebody, or when we keep a sorrow feeling, or a hatred feeling, or a frustration feeling inside us, and we don't let it go, it's like we are taking poison a little bit every day, but we are expecting that the other person dies. We are filling us with poison every single day, a little bit, because we don't let it go. The hatred, the sorrow, the frustration, something that somebody did it to us. Every day we go there and we take a little bit of that poison that is already inside us, but we expected that the other person dies with the poison. And sometimes the person don't even realize that we are mad with them, that they did something that we didn't like it. Even with our friends. Sometimes our friends do something to us that we don't like it. We don't tell them. We just keep avoiding them. We start to treat them differently. Instead, just go there and talk to them. And we keep it going and going and going. And we don't understand that everybody has limitations and deficiencies. Not only us. And when we learn this transformation and we do this friendly and peaceful relationship with all those feelings that we said on the first slide, we can start to heal. That's why our emotions can heal us, because we needed to listen to them and learn what they can teach us. So this book is going to say something that it's very, very kind of disturbing. But it's going to tell us that was made a study, and it's kind of old study, but believe me, probably these numbers just go higher. I doubt they go lower. But they will say that when we are talking about our emotions and about our thoughts, 75 of the whole population keep stuck in the past. 75% of the population, and 75% of our time, 75% of our life, we spend in the past, feeling sorrow for ourselves, feeling sad, feeling shame, feeling frustrated. And after that, after we feel that, we keep alimentando, we keep feeding, thank you guys. We keep feeding these sorrow feelings inside us with those 75% of stuck in the past, stuck in the things that make us feel like that. And this will bring us rage. If we don't work with our sorrow, this sorrow is going to be transformed in rage. And when we get there, this kind of thing has happened to us. Sometimes we even stop to feeling good things because we are in a situation that we cannot handle anymore. And we need to look for help. And there is no shame and there is no problem at all in look for help. And continue with this, the book is going to tell us on the chapter 10 that 20% of our time and 20% of people and 20% of our mind will be focused on the future. So if you are not worried with the past, we are worried with the future. How I'm going to retire, how I'm going to pay for my bills, where I'm going to live, what I'm going to do with my life, or somebody that I loved is not with me anymore. It doesn't matter the reason. The person could pass away, the person could just left. It doesn't matter. But we are always thinking on the future. Oh, what's going to happen to me right now? And when these kind of things happen, so when we are in the past, we are with the sorrow, and the sorrow is going to bring us rage. And the rage is going to reflect in us and everybody around us, particularly our family and the people that we love. It's not fair with us and it's not fair with them. But if we are focused on the future, what's going to happen with us is that we are going to focus on anxiety. And when we focus on anxiety, the anxiety is going to bring us fear. The fear of the future. The fear, what I'm going to do with my life when I get there and I did not achieve my goal. What's going to happen? And all these kind of things bring us an exhaustion of energy. All our energy is drained because we keep trying to control or the past or the future. Now I'm going to ask, let's bring this to the conscious mind. How can we control what's going to happen tomorrow? You can plan the future, but we cannot control the future. That's the difference that the book is bringing us to learn, to understand. Let's plan the future. Let's plan a trip. Let's plan something fun. Let's plan something real. But do not keep a focus only that. Because this is what's going to bring it to us if we only focus on that moment that is there in the future. So we keep thinking about the tragedies that can happen, or something that can, make us feel sad. Oh, somebody's going to hurt me. I'm not going to have friends. I'm not going to have relationships. I'm not going to have somebody to love because I know that the person is going to hurt me. So I prefer to be alone. Fear. Anxiety. And what's going to happen also is that we need to avoid these imaginary tragedies or disappointments, because this is how our mind lives right now. If we think about it, this is how we live right now. And this is not nice. This is not good for us. That's why we are here. That's why we are trying on this community together to build something better for us. And believe it or not, only 5% of people, 5% of our time, and when I say time, I'm not saying day, I'm saying during our life, our whole life, only 5% can be kept in the present. So sometimes you are here enjoying a moment, and this is how we feel, and this is how our best friends feel, and we should be here, but we are here. Like right now, for example, okay, I'm not talking super good English. Sometimes you need to make an effort to understand me. But the time that we are here, if we do believe in the spirituality, they are here with us. And they are holding us, and they are helping us, and they are giving us good energy. But we are here thinking about, oh my gosh, I need to go home, I need to do laundry, I need to do dinner, I need to wash the dishes, I need to, clean something. Tomorrow is the holiday, I need to go to the supermarket, I need to buy this, I need to buy that, I need to put gas on the car. Instead of being here right now, thinking about us, thinking about what you can do good for you right now. But we are always here. It doesn't matter where we are always here thinking about the future, or maybe we are sad with something in the past. So when we are in the present, that's the only time. The book says that, it's not me saying, okay? The book is gonna bring us this phrase, that is only when we are in the present that we can really experience reality. Look how deep is this phrase that they bring it to us. When we are thinking about yesterday, or when we are thinking about tomorrow, we are not living reality. We are living a delusion. We are living imaginary tragedies and disappointments. We are not living on the reality. When I read that on that book, I say, oh my gosh, stop, breathe, think, be in the moment, put your feet on the floor, feel the floor. Sometimes we don't feel the floor. Sometimes we don't feel how our maxillar, how we say in English, this part, the jaw, right? Yeah. We don't feel how our jaw is tense. If you do like this, you say, oh my gosh. And here, sometimes we're like that all the time. And you don't realize that you just need to do like this. And you say, okay, I was tense. And I didn't even realize that I was tense, because we are not living in the reality. Continuing, we are almost done. So, Hermancy Defoe is going to tell us that if we live in the present, we can be adapted to the reality. We can adapt. We think that it's hard because we are training since we are teenagers, particularly, that it's hard to be in the present. We should not be in the present. We need to worry about the tasks that we have in school, and the homework, and the training and everything. But no, we can adapt. That we need to be aware of our and their personal role. Who is there? The people that live with us. Not only relatives, not only our family, even in our work, community, everybody that passed through our life, we need to understand, we need to be aware of the whole, that the person, we need to be aware, we need to be in the present. And also, when we live in the present, we can accept that everything that is not possible to do or transform. If you are in the present right now, like right now, if, I don't know, at a home, I don't know who live with who, I don't know who have people at home, but at home right now, for example, if the person that is there and you are here, they are hungry. There is anything that we can do right now in this minute? No, it doesn't. There is nothing that you can do. Nothing. If it starts raining, there is nothing that you can do. So in the present, we can accept it, that everything that is possible to do and transform, everything is possible. But we don't need to control anything. So when we are living on this situation, we will learn acceptance. We will learn our flaws. We will learn that we can be fallible. Those words are so hard for me. So that's when we can find those type of things. And when we accept ourselves, we start to love ourselves. And we start to understand that as soon as I have flaws, everybody has flaws. And we can talk about it. We don't need to judge anybody. We don't need to fight with our friends. We don't need to fight with our children or with our mothers, you know. We can understand that when you say to a person, particularly, I'm talking about adulthood, okay? I'm not talking about when we need, particularly parents, when they need to educate the children, okay? But there is no point to you tell a person like 20, 30 years old, you need to go brush your teeth. You need to go there now, right now, brush your teeth. I didn't see you brush your teeth today. I mean, what you can do? If the person don't brush their teeth and has a cavity, it's their problem. There is nothing that you can do about it. So we accept everything. It's a process, guys, okay? I'm not saying that it's easy, but it's not hard. We just need to make an effort for those types of things. So I don't know if we will able to go there, maybe in the end. Let's see if I can go back there in the end. I go there and put the video for you guys. This is a very nice video. So about acceptance, this is a healing therapy. Because when we accept ourselves and we accept the flaws in the people that we love, the people that we share any time of our lives with, we can understand that this acceptance will heal because it keeps us emotionally and mentally aligned with our reality. We will understand that if I don't know how to make a cake, why I'm gonna get mad with a person? If I know that the person cannot talk like a fairy godmother, I need to accept that. I need to accept that not everybody is so cute like Ana Lucia. I will never be as cute as Ana Lucia, as gentle as Ana Lucia. Not even if I try, because it's her personality. My personality is different. So she has her good things, she has her flaws. I have my good things and I have my flaws. And I need to understand that. Yeah, I need to accept that. And when I accept that, this will be a healing therapy because I will be aligned with my reality and with her reality. There is no way that I'm going to ask Ana Lucia to be like my personality. Sometimes I try. Sometimes I tell her, don't do that. Tell this person that they cannot do that. You need to put a limit on the person. But she will not do it. And after a long time, now I say just sometimes, like, right, Ana? Before I used to say much more, right? I used to be much more. But now I'm working on aligning with my reality. Again, it's a process. It has been only 10 years, so we still have much more to go, Ana. 10 years, only 10 years. Give me more time. So only when the healing power of love can create an inner condition of spiritual improvement and growth, because everything that you can accept in yourself is naturally easier to transform in something better. Like Ana Lucia and Renato also transforming me. So that's when we can understand those type of things, that we can improve ourselves and we can grow as humans, as people. And we need to stop to resist or condemn people. We need to stop to feel the guilty for those ones that do not speak Portuguese. I'm sorry, because I translated these slides. I could not find a picture like this, where here says guilt. I cannot carry this guilt with me anymore. I need to find the strength in the feeling. You know, I needed to see that there are strengths in the feelings of helplessness and guilt. You know, the strengths of these feelings needed to be work on it. So when we don't resist or we don't condemn the things that we don't understand, when we do not resist and we do not condemn, when we are feeling helpless or when I feel guilt, and we embrace those feelings and we can work with them, these will make us grow and evolve. So this acceptance, it doesn't mean that we are going to settle down. This is not the proposal of the book. The acceptance means that we will stop to putting a force into controlling the uncontrollable. The weather, what's going to happen tomorrow, what happened yesterday, what's going to happen, I don't know when. So accepting our imperfections is embrace and creating a loving relationship with our personal shadow will make us happy, will make us find the happiness that we are always looking for. So, weakness, vulnerability, fallible condition, all those things are in us, and we need to accept those. We are weak. We are vulnerable, and we should be. And we should be fallible. We should understand that we have the fallible condition, that we have our weakness, because it's only when we understand them that we can move on, that we are not going to get stuck, that we are not going to feel guilty. So accepting our fallibility can be the best way to live a life with lightness, building acts of love and inner peace. So, on the laws of the universe, there are no failures, only results. If you think with the quantum physics, thank you. When you think about the quantum physics, there is no failures, there are only results. There is a negative results, but also there is positive results, but are not failures. Edison said that he learned 1,000 ways how to build the light bulb. He didn't failure 1,000 times. He just learned 1,000 ways that he should not make the light bulb. This is the way that we need to look to our life. So the results are possible effects of our efforts, choices, and desires. Our choices, our efforts, our desires. I learned few ways that I should not do that. I didn't failure. The result was not the one that I was expecting right now, but let's work. Let's put an effort. Let's make a choice. Let's change my desire to achieve the result that is different from the one that I'm getting right now. So, failure, collapse, defeat, mistake is also part of our life. And we need to learn with them. We need to live with them. And we should not feel ashamed. We should not feel wrong about those feelings. We should not do that. And in our optics, and the Spiritist optics, immortalist optics means the need of fresh start, re-examine ourselves, and improve. Because if this life is just one of the many lives that we're going to have it, why we think that we failed? This is not the first one. This is not the last one. So again, we need a fresh start, and we will have it. If we want or if we do not, we're going to have a fresh start in this life or in the next one. We need to re-examine ourselves. We need to do it now, otherwise we need to do on the next one. And we need to improve ourselves. We can improve ourselves now, or we can improve ourselves in the next one. This is the law. So loving ourselves means offer to our neighbor the knowledge of our real capabilities. Nachi, can you please help me install a washing machine? I can't. I don't have the capability to help you install a washing machine. But I can help you find somebody that can, because I don't have that capability, I don't have that skill. And this is just a tiny example. but also, can you please help me be as sweet as Ana Lucia? No, I can't, because I don't have that capability. You should ask her. But if you need somebody that is a do person, let's do it. Let's do it right now. If I'm procrastinating a little bit and you need somebody to give you a push, I am the person that you should be talked to. Because I am the person. I cannot see anything to be done that I'm going to go there, I'm going to do it. Because I cannot see anything, stagnated. I used to work with a girl that sometimes I get work and she was crying. And I said, why are you crying? And she said, oh, because I just got married, but I still cannot move with my husband. I'm living with my aunt and he's living with his brother. I said, so why are you crying? Why are you not looking for an apartment? I cannot understand how the crying is going to help you to move with your husband. And she, oh, I cannot find it. I say, so sit here with me. In 10 minutes, I find her 20 links. And in 10 minutes, I called 3 apartments and I set up the visit for her. I said, so why are you crying? Again, it's not that I'm not compassionate with her, but if you have something that you need to be done, let's do it. You can cry, no problem, but do it while you cry. Cry while you're doing, so you can see what you're capable of. You can share your real capability with that thing that you have. Jesus told us that. He told us, you are the light of the world. A town building on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. If everything is dark and you light a lamp, why are you going to hide the lamp if you need the light? Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Again, we always think that our light is outside, is something that is on our exterior. Is we are only find our light if you have a very prestigious profession, if you have a very beautiful house, if you have the most expensive car. But it's not. It's not. When we are very, very sad and somebody gives us a hug, oh my gosh, the light just shine on us. Sometimes you just need somebody to help you to move your couch, and you cannot do by yourself. And somebody goes there and help you, and the light shine on your room because you find help. So that's the proposal here. That's the suggestion. That's what Mansi Dufault is going to bring to us in a lot of those books, telling us, again, I'm sorry that we don't have in English, but the ones that speaks Portuguese and want to read those books, they are amazing. And they are going to bring us a lot of good insights of how to find happiness, how to accept ourselves, and how to transform the feelings that sometimes are hurting us and make us miserable in something that we can put a force to push us to do something good, to do something better for us and for everybody around us. This is the best way. So thank you guys very much for everything for tonight. Não sei se... Acho que, eu só tenho acho que o aviso do Vitor. Eu vou lá ver se tem. Peraí, rapidinho. Eu acho que a gente...
Thank you, Natalia. That was beautiful. Just a reminder, we're not open tomorrow and either Friday. We're going to be open back on Saturday, okay? Because of the holiday. Oh, so this is, I can say, so this is, Victor, we're going to have translation, I believe. We're going to have translation, right? He's a psychologist that's coming from Brazil. So he's going to give a few talks, right? Translation, right? Yes. Yeah. 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 So he's really good. Um, I'm not sure what he's gonna talk at this date, but we're gonna give you guys information later on. But that's July 31st, and he's really good. So there's our spiritual talk. Everybody's aware of that. And then we do have our channeled messages. So if you guys want to ask for a message, you can do. All right.